YATPC, this is the Sweet Muffins Poppers Live tonight. Special edition. I'll explain. We're on Insights Live Roberts. Talk about TV shows, so we're going to continue the TV shows tonight. We'll have fun tonight. In the middle, I'm eating pizza, by the way. Most ever ate in my life. Smoking a no-name pipe. Basically, I picked this up at a cheap tobacco store for 10 something, $9.99 plus tax. It's a cheapie, trust me. Anyways, smoke this pipe anywhere you want to smoke it. If you want a good pipe, they come in all different shapes and sizes. I got this one because I like the black spots on it. But let me tell you, can't beat for the price. I'm thinking about picking up a couple more of them up. The lighter for tonight, Zippo. Temper for tonight is Neil. Might shock you. Drinking Coke. I got something over here just right beside me on standby. We're gonna start getting good. First pipe since Tuesday. I don't care. I'll smoke it. And yeah, what am I smoking? Well, this pipe's already preloaded. My other stuff's on French house. I gotta get it tomorrow. But anyways, shall we discuss what's in this pipe? Most of you know what I smoke. I'll let you figure that out. I've got both my Cadillacs out back. Well, back in the back room is my bikes. Well, I'll call one my Cadillac, and I'll call the other my Chevy. Crazy night, y'all. At first, I was skeptical about this pipe, but I think it ain't going to smell as good as my rest ones. So far, this pipe has not proved me wrong. The reason why I like it, because it's flat on the sides. It's round in the front and back, but it's flat on the sides. That's how I like it. Sweet Muffins is on tonight. I'm going to show this can here in a little bit. Some of you, this beer's been around for as long as I can remember. As far as around these parts, they don't do it in 40 ounces anymore. They do them in tall boys. To be truthful with you, I'd rather do the 40-ounce glass bottles instead of the tall boys. That's just my preference, my deal. I was sitting here thinking about a song though. Many different country singers sang it. The old song has helped me make it through the night. And it's just going through my head. I did a lot of country music songs, gospel music songs. I still do it. Not too many people knows that. I'll do it. Take the ribbon from my hand. I got that song that's gonna start coming out. Shake it loose and let it fall. I'm gonna bring my Bluetooth speaker. It's a big one, and we're gonna rock one night. We're gonna rock it out. But I tell you what I am smoking, guys. I am smoking Honda Bookshop with some Earthside. Oh, excuse me. This pipe is a no name. There's actually is no name on this pipe. Absolutely nowhere on this pipe. I looked on the bottom. I looked on both sides. It's just one of them cheap old pipes you get for 10 something. Feels like a briar. That's not a briar. I tell you what, I would compare this almost to a cob. Why? Because it's almost like a cob. This pipe's my all-around pipe. This is my work pipe, travel pipe. If something happens to it, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, if it was my Savinelli or one of them, my Peterson, yeah, or one of my good pipes, I'll be throwing fit. It would have been on. If we got broke, but got two people on. Whoever you two are, hi. Trying to get it won't set up. I used to be able to get this pipe to set up straight, but you can't do it now. I'll wear this pipe out before I wear any of my other ones out. No more phone calls or nothing tonight. I will apologize. I had a phone call and I had to go. I didn't have time to say hi, bye, or nothing. I want to apologize to James and his family. So forth and so on. Zippo, Dan Lopez. So forth and so on. I'm going to set this pipe down for a minute. We're going to see he comes on tight. Shall see. But you never know he's going to pop in live. That's the thing. I'm trying to eat real quick. You know, I ate earlier, but I haven't eaten like in 3 days, 2 or 3 days. So, I get kind of hungry. I'll be right. I'll be right back. Shake it loose. Let it fall. I love these guys right here, but they waste food too much. Like my dad used to say, waste not, want not. So he's all on. I see 2 on. Hey, Tony. Welcome in, brother. I'm at my new place. Backdrop. Regrooving, buddy. Drinking the Coke. But I got something right here. I got 2 cans sitting right here we're going to talk about here in a minute. I do apologize. I'm trying to get something in me. You know, I ate earlier. I haven't eaten like 3 days, so I ate earlier. I'm eating again so I can get something in me real fast. We're going to just talk them. Check this pipe out, Tony. I got this from the cheap tobacco store. It ain't no brick and mortars like the regular cheap tobacco store. $9.99. Got this about 2 months ago. This is more my work pipe than anything, Tony. I'm actually eating pizza right now. We'll smoke a pipe here in a minute. I was smoking it, but I'll put it down. Well, Tony, probably about 10, I say about 10 years ago, this beer just came in a 40-ounce glass bottle. Cheap, but it's good. Depending on who you were. But around here, I don't know where you're at. I know you're a little bit further from me even here in Ohio, but anyways, don't see them around here anymore. But I still drink these. King Cobras. All right, Tony, that sounds good. Anymore, I don't eat much anymore. But yeah, they used to make these King Cobras 40-ounce glass bottles. Now, I can remember back about 15, 20 years ago, man, you could only pay $1 something for them. They went to 2 something. Then all of a sudden, they just quit making them in 40 ounces. Well, it depends on where you're at. It depends on where you're at anymore. Because you can't get them around here. This is where they come in now, Tony. Around here. Where I'm at. Here in the aisle. And they call it the big one. Premium malt liquor. 6%. Smooth taste. 6%. Yes, sir. I'll move back to the courthouse, brother. I'll move back to the courthouse. I'm still here in the house. If you noticed, I got my house state toboggan on, of course, with the Cleveland Browns. College football team, NFL team. I'm still here in the high, brother. I ain't gonna leave it high. This is my all around work pipe around here, bang around pipe. You know, I'm talking all that. Peace and quiet. I can just talk all I want all that but there's only one house that's next door, and he don't say nothing. We only got one, but we got two tonight. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We got beer. We got Coke. That's a Coca-Cola. Not stuff that you snort. If you're down around Texas, I got a friend that's yes sir, Tony, double trouble. If you know anybody from Texas and you've been around with anybody from Texas, I got a friend of mine from Texas. He'll come up. He went to the store one day. And he says, "Can you get some Coke?" I thought he was talking about Coca-Cola. I said, "Yeah." So this is the first thing I went to. Well, that's what they call pop down there. They call Coke, like Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Sprite, any type of pop. They call it Coke. So I caught on to it. And come find out, I did it one day to somebody, and they thought I was talking about the actual drug. No. Talk about pop. Well, why did you say that? Well, I said, I got a friend from Texas, that's the only thing he calls it. Now, I could throw somebody off. I see you got any rot beer? What are you talking about, rot beer? The cheapest freaking beer there is. Tony, 99 cents a can. And tax dollars is $1.06 a can for one of these. Comes $2.12. Both of them. Or my dad and them used to call it hooch. Got any hooch? Yeah. What do you want? Well, give me this. They call it, back in the day, they used to call it hooch. Hey, Tony. I remember my dog 2020. I'd go right down here and get it for $3.99 if I wanted to. $3.99 down here at the gas station. And it says get it fridge cold. Nah, I don't do that. That's for sissies. I'll bring it back up here, and I'll buy like two or three bottles of them, and I'll sit there and I'll crack them. I'll sit there and drink them right there. They said, "Oh my God, man, he's gonna be barking out the moon tonight." And I was thinking, "No, I won't." I might dance around that pole out there, but I ain't gonna be barking out the moon. The one I like is like an orange. It's got the orange taste to it. I tell myself I might turn into a stripper. Yeah. Get them all fired up around here. Get them all worked up. Say, can you see me walking around here with a thong? Yeah. Picture that one. And they'll be like, and then I'll be going around singing that song as they did in Delphire, working like a lady, work, work. That's why they love me so much around here too. When I get to drinking, when I get a few in me, especially these ones here, these King Cobras, because they don't know what to expect. What's going to come out of my mouth, and it just floors them, Tony, because they never expect me to actually say anything like that. Because one day Tim said something one day, and I pipped up and I looked at him. I said something, and these two people are regulars here. They went. His wife went. That's a shock. I never expected to hear that anything come out of Jeff's mouth like that. And I'm thinking. Tim looked at her. He says, "You just don't know. You just don't know from time to time what's going to come out of his mouth half the time." There's some things I won't repeat on here on my channel, but on the exception of Mike. Well, let's have a little bit of fun, shall we? Forewarning ahead of time. You never know what's going to happen. Working like a lady. So, Tony, how you been, brother? Long time, long see. Miss you being around. So you seen you on my live, John's live, and from all brought up, and a few others. Cause I know you don't live too far from me. Probably about a half hour, no more than 45 minutes. Oh, I understand that. Working all day's night. Working like a dog. All day's night. Sleeping like a log. Remember our song, Tony? Hard Day's Night? That's the song that I seen out working like a dog. That's the first song that come to my brain. Hard Day's Night. Hard Day's Night. Working like a dog. Hard Day's Night. Sleeping like a dog. I got this thing on my phone for music, and I actually got that song on my phone. That's what I did around here. I used to play that song when I was here last year when I was here. I play that song and Tim just looks at me. Yes, sir, there, Tony. Waylon Jennings. Waylon Jennings, yes, sir. That's a good song right there. I gotta take a deep breath. We used to have. I tell you what happened, Tony. When I left last year, it's like biggest part of crew here, they left after I left. I found out. But there's some situations that happen too, but it's like everything fell apart after I left, man. It's like, you know, everything's just like, but I tell you what, we had good times here though. My goodness, we had some good times here. We'll be drinking here and I go to a restaurant, excuse me, get a beer, get a food, get a beer. And I'm going to stick a chew in here real quick too, but I'll go back to smoking now. But we used to have a lot of good times here. We used to play that type of music around here all the time. We'll get the board, especially on a Saturday after everybody came and got their stuff, and then we'll sit around here till about 5 or 6, especially in the summertime. And Tim will look, let's go get something to eat, and we'll go to Rusty Keg or Street Side 62 or Roosters. And we got so sick of Roosters. It wasn't the food, man. Roosters, we wasn't sick of going to Roosters. What it was, they kept messing our doggone orders up. Or they'll mess the order up or the food will be too doggone cold. And we tell them, hey, you by God, you fix it right, or we're going to be, we tell them, you fix it right this time. Next time you bring our food out and it ain't right, guess what? What we're going to do is we're going to put our food down and it ain't right, we're going to walk out on you. And you done lost our business. And we get a big talk, because when they ask you, when you get a beer, they ask you want a short glass. That glass only probably about this tall. Or you want a tall one, the glass be about this tall. $4.50 a glass. Oh yeah. They used to piss us off, Tony. And they knew who we were. A certain couple waitresses that worked that evening, they knew who we were, and some of them did for spite, because they want to hear us, blank, 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 blank. Oh yeah, we tell them. We didn't care. We told them, we'll sit here and drink our frickin' beer, and we'll walk out of here. No make them to us. And we'll go somewhere else. Oh no, and then no. Because I told glass $4.50. So you figure there's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of us drinking tall ones. So that's, see, there's 9. There's $13.50 in beer right there. Hey, Mike's up in the house. Hey, Mike. Remember these King Cobras? These come in 4-ounce cans. These are only 99 cents a can. Guess what? There's 2 of them right here tonight. We're going to have a little bit of fun tonight, Mike. Hey, Mike. New place. We're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. Whole place to myself, front to back. And matter of fact, the auction house used to be a bar at one time. And I'll show you guys. See all that up? Well, you can't hardly see, but all that up right. That used to be the bar, guys. This used to be a bar at one time. It used to be called the Country Connection. Hey, Mike. Premium malt liquor, smooth taste. 6% alcohol volume. King Cobra. But you gotta watch them because they'll sneak up on you, bite you in the hind end if you ain't careful. If you ain't careful. Whole place to myself. front to back. I got a key to this place, by the way. I don't have to sit. I don't have to lean up to the camera and whisper or talk low. Don't gotta do that now. Yeah, we was talking about my dog 2020. I used to get hangovers from those, but hey, Mike, I'll tell you how to do it, Mike. If you're out there shoveling snow, what you ought to do is get you one of them Hoover boards and just put that shovel down there and make our Hoover board go forward. You don't have to sit there and scoop, you just shovel right along. Hey, Mike, have you ever eaten catfish? Bass? Crappie? I never had trout before. I had perch. I'm not crazy about perch. I'll tell you that. Yeah, they told me I can still get my dog 2020 right down here at the gas station for $3.99. I'll come up here and I'll at least get about 2 or 3, maybe 4 of them. Yes, sir, Tony. Especially catfish nuggets. Yes, sir, Tony. I'll eat frog legs all day long, son. All day. Hey, speaking of frog legs, too, I had alligator meat before. Hey, RD. RD. I'm at my new place, as promised. As promised, RD. We in the game, brother. I had alligator meat. I ordered alligator. There's alligator bites. Okay? They look like, almost like chicken bites. And I ordered one day, and Tim looks at me, he says, Jeff, I didn't know you had alligator before. I said, yeah, it's good. You never had it? He says, no. I said, here, try some. He said, I don't know. I said, try it. It's good. He said, what it tastes like? You try it. You tell me. He ate one. I pulled my plate back. He says, Jeff, pull that plate back over here. He said, I want some more of that. Looked at him. I said, Dag, man, don't eat all my meat. You know, Dag, man. Hey, RD, I done drunk three tall boys already. This is my 4th one. Already tonight. Yes, sir, RD. Hey, this place I'm at now, RD, is I'm at the auction house. Used to be a bar called the Country Connection. At one time. I used to come here and drink all the time. I tell you what, between me and Tim, I had a big plate full of it. There wasn't no I can eat it all. By the time we left, we had that plate done. Between me and him, and he says, we come back here, and he looked at me, and he says, Jeff, says, by God, that's good. He says, next time we go back out there, I'm going to order me a plate of them. So there you go. Now I asked him, I said, Tim, you have any frog legs? He says, no. You know what you're missing? Frog legs. I like my frog legs. I like my catfish. I like my crappie. But yeah, I mean, deer meat. I can eat deer meat all day long. Deer sausage. Like the summer sausage that you get. We used to make those a lot. Well, you go ahead, RD. You drink that bad boy. Yeah, that's like me, Mike. I don't like canned tuna. Yeah, I'm like you, Mike. I'm the same way. I don't like what you. RD, try it just one time. I promise you, you'll like it. If somebody does it right, you'll like it. Trust me. We used to make deer summer sausage, deer jerky, deer meat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It tastes just like chicken. If you like chicken, you'll like frog legs. Turtle meat. I love turtle meat. Has anybody here have ever ate rattlesnake meat? I thought I wouldn't like rattlesnake meat. Yeah, I tell you what, I'll put it up there with frog legs. There's seven turtle meat, Tony. There's 7 different in a roundabout way, Tony. To me, it tastes like chicken, but it's got that. Have you ever had teriyaki chicken where it's got that little bit of that sweetness to it? Yeah, good. Yes, sir, Jay. I tell you how to eat raw steak meat, and a friend of mine got me hooked onto it all day. Go to Frisch's and get you some Frisch's tartar sauce, and get somebody that knows what they're doing to cook that meat, raw steak meat, and like you deep fry it, bring it out and dip it in that tartar sauce. Oh, oh, oh. So much better than drinking the beer. Yeah, yeah. I remember his chicken. Yep, I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one. It's been a while since it's been a long time since I've seen it though, but I remember what you're talking about. And every time they're in their car, man, and when they roll down that window, man, you see all this smoke just rolling out. Couldn't see them. Couldn't see from either side, front or back. The only thing you see is big old cloud smoke coming out. Uh, would I watch? Would I watch that? Yeah, I would. I'll watch that movie again. Sit there drinking beer, watch them. Say, look, there's doggone knuckleheads. Thought I was better on my alcohol, but dog, man, when you got all that, whoa. Yeah, for real. Come on. Hey, speaking of movies, guys, talk about movies and shows and stuff. Has anybody here ever watched the Trailer Park Boys? If you not have watched the Trailer Park Boys, you're missing out. How long you been in Mexico? A week? A day? A week? Hey, let me go. Hey, senor, come here. How long you been in Mexico? You know, come on, man. Hey, senorita, come here. I tell you what, a friend of mine, and God bless him. I had a friend of mine, he was a Mexican. Legally, he was legal here in the United States. Green card, legally went through the process, everything, you know, to legally to be here, to work and everything, right? But he had a long, so many period of time, but he was legal. He went through the process. God bless him. But, he used to teach me a lot of things. Oh, yeah. But if we would take $100 bill, an American $100 bill, and went down there and transferred the $100 bill, we would have got 1,000 pesos. 1,000. And we went into Mexico legally. We were considered to be what's called rich. Rich. We be rich. Yep. You got that right, Ruben. But he says, yeah, man. He says, you go down there. He says, if you would took $500 down there, and you say you have 5,000 pesos, man. He says you'll be the richest man down there, and you have all kinds of people around you. He says, why do you think we come up here and work the way we do? He says, what I do, and he told me this is what he does. He'll take his paycheck, say like he makes $1,000, for instance. He'll ship 900 of that money down to his family, and they'll put it in the bank every paycheck. Say $900 every paycheck. He say he's up here for a year. Up for a year. And he's shipping that $900 down there every year. For a year. They save that up. They'll save that money for him. He'll tell them don't spend. Yeah, I mean, they got bills to pay, but but he says, Jeff, by the time I get back down there, man, he says, I can live for a king. He said, I can live like a king for a year or two. Because he says, everything's down there is cheap where I'm at. Because, Mexico's kind of big, but there's certain areas that's cheap. He said, I can live like a king. That's why, he says, Jeff, he says, and he told me, he says, not against anybody here. He says, that's why a lot of people hire us Mexicans, is because we do things kind of cheap. Yep, you're right, RD. And that's why now that's why they'd rather hire them guys because they do it cheaper. They're God's honest, and I'm not against nobody. I'm not against anybody working and being here legally and all that. I'm not against that. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not. I'll say this right now. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not against nobody. Or they want to get paid in yang. But there's a place over here. There's a school. If I walk down here, excuse me, probably about 3 blocks, and I go to my left and walk up, there's a school on the left hand side. Okay, if I walk up, there's these apartments on your right hand side, like right here, right across from the school. Oh, there's apartments there, and they're plumb full of Mexicans. And here I'll be honest with you, here probably about 17 years ago, just where I'm at, just where I live. Well, where I'm living at now. I was living probably about 20 miles away from here in my hometown of Greenfield. And it was bad. And I mean, it was bad at the time here. I don't know what happened, but somehow courthouse got so plumb full of Mexican workers coming in by the busloads that they was coming down to Greenfield and tried to get places down there. And when the city officials, now this is where everybody kind of got pissed. Excuse my language. Got pissed about it. They come down to Greenfield, and I say there's probably about, I don't know, probably about 100, 150 of them. No joke. Up here, courthouse already plumb full. And the only thing these guys wanted to do is just come down here, get a place, come to Greenfield, get a place, work, didn't bother nobody, didn't hurt nobody. Only thing they just want to do is get a job so they can support their families. What Greenfield do? Run them out of town. Tell them, get out. We don't want you here. In other words, we don't want your type of people here. Get out. That's wrong. That's wrong. I'm sorry, that's wrong. You don't do that to people. How you going? If it weren't for everybody come here trying to make, all thing they was doing is want to make $1. Mr. Zippo 765 is up at the house, and he is known as Derek. Hey Derek, I want to apologize about earlier. I had to leave real quick. I got a phone call from them, and they was here, and but we are drinking a King Cobra tonight. You got to give a common man. Does any okay? Here's guys. Listen to me very carefully. Do you guys remember the wrestler Dusty Rhodes? Hey, RD, like I said, RD, I'm for the common man. I don't care what race you are. I don't, you know what I mean? Okay, you remember Dusty Rhodes' theme song, American Dream? His theme song? Listen to that song real close. Listen to that song real close. He talks about the common man that works hard with his hands. Just a common man works hard with his hands. In other words, he was when they did that theme song for him, and he went out to that ring. He was doing it for every man that was out there. He didn't care if he was white, African American, purple dotted, pink, purple, whatever. Old Dusty Rhodes, that was one of my favorite wrestlers back in the day, especially back in the 80s. I can remember from 85 up till about the mid 90s. But the 80s was the best, and early 90s was the best wrestling time I ever had watching him. But that's the way I was raised. I didn't know the difference. When I was growing up, I didn't know the difference between colors. I didn't know. Heck, I didn't know the difference till I got up in high school. But this is my theory. And I used to say, and I'm not saying this in the wrong way, everybody bleeds red. I will talk to, and I got a friend of mine. She's a bless her heart. She's a sweetheart though. I grew up with her family, but she's an African American. And every time she used to see me, she out in public now, come out, say, Jeff, how you doing? She come up, give me a hug. I'll give her a hug right in public. I didn't care who seen it. I didn't care who noted, and I didn't care who talked about it. And I dare somebody say something about her. Don't you dare. You know. Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, Dick Murdoch, Wahoo McDaniels, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Big John Studd. Oh, I'll go on. Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. He did wear wrestling boots and then he went barefooted. But they got him on charge. They say he killed his girlfriend. But I don't think he done it. Honestly, I don't think Jimmy Snuka done it. But they say they had a charge against him. He's gone now, bless him. Hey, let me give you a little hint. This is the truth tip about Jake the Snake. Now I found out this to be the truth. He told Vince McMahon himself, there's two things I'm going to tell you that may shock you. Number one, he will not do a match unless he did cocaine. In other words, he had to distort cocaine and let it hit him before he went to the ring. Number two, he is terrified of snakes. Gorilla Monsoon. And I tell you what, guys, the two best commentators ever known in the history of wrestling is Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan was the two best commentators to this date besides Jim Ross. Yes, yes. And he refused. He refused to go to the ring, Zippo. If he didn't have cocaine with antibiotics, he wouldn't go to the ring. He refused. And you remember that match? You remember that match where him and Randy Savage, where Randy Savage was tied up in the ropes, and you had that King Cobra fighting? That was only supposed to happen for a couple of seconds. Just a couple of seconds. Well, what happened was he had that snake so doggone mad that when he bit Randy Savage, that snake held on longer than he should have. That's the reason why, look at the documentary. That's the reason why Vince McMahon sent out Elizabeth out there. That's why Elizabeth came to the ring, is trying to help him get that snake off of him, because that snake was biting him longer than he should have. Yeah, crazy. My dad had this one wrestling tape. Sherry, she was actually a wrestler turned manager. Bobby Heenan was a wrestler turned manager. Gorilla Monsoon was a wrestler turned manager. He wasn't the manager, but he wasn't the commentator. Glow. Help me, Zippo. Glow, help me. I'm trying to remember. And I'll tell you another roster too. He's on the tip of my tongue. Now I can see his face too. Lou Thesz. There's another one too. I can remember him wrestling. He finally retired in the late 80s. Thank you. I was trying to remember that Glow, and I was trying to think. Yeah. Lou Thesz was a good wrestler. Big John Studd. Do you guys remember the match between Big John Studd and Andre the Giant for the money? And Andre took that bag of money. It was the body slam challenge. Whoever body slammed the other opponent, they won the money. Well, Andre won it, and he took that money and threw it out to the crowd. Most of that money, he didn't throw it all out there, but Andre got in trouble one time because he hit a fan. He got like a $1,000 or $5,000 fine over that. I remember that when that happened. George the Animal Steele, and believe it or not, George the Animal Steele was a teacher, a professor, a teacher, turned pro wrestler. And I believed all these years, I believe he could not speak until I seen on YouTube one day he was talking. I was sitting back like, seriously? He took his persona of George Animal Steele. He took that persona and made it so real that he, with his fans, it's like, and I'll tell you another roster too was good at too, was the Missing Link. Yeah, if you remember, I think it was WrestleMania 3. If everybody remember WrestleMania 3, between him and Hulk Hogan, I think it was at the Superdome. It would hold 90-some thousand fans. They lived up this hype that Andre's never been body slammed in 15 years. He's never been pinned for 15, all this bull crap. Go back and rewatch prior to that. There's been several people has body slammed Andre the Giant prior to that match, but a lot of people didn't know about it. They hyped that match up so well that it drew a big crowd, and then, but in that match, you know what? You remember that ring attire that Andre wore? Watch in that section. In that match, a lot of people did know that Andre wore a back brace. If you watch real close, when Hulk Hogan's about ready to pick him up, you can see about that much of Andre's back brace in that match. Yes. I was more into wrestling, even though it's pre-rehearsed, but they still get hurt. I actually went through an actual wrestling school, personally. Not too people knows that, but I wasn't into much into skateboarding, stuff like that. Dirt bikes, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers, my thing. Wrestling was my thing. Stuff like that. My dad had all the pay-per-views. I remember the Mad Dog, Moon Dogs, Mad Dog Rashawn, and all them. A lot of them's gone now. Like Bam Bam Bigelow and Moon of Rashawn, crackhead, drugs. Kurt Hennig was another one, drug overdose. Rick Rude's another one, drug overdose. Elizabeth, drug overdose. Hulk Hogan's real name was Terry Bollea. He got kicked out of the Hall of Fame for a while because he was being racial. That's good. And he was banned for about a couple years. There's one, Zippo, let me think of his name. Eddie Grove's one of them. He had heart. He died from heart complications. Yes, I do, Tony, and he just had surgery here a couple months ago. Matter of fact. Yes, sir. Always carry that 2x4. Recovery. Welcome in, brother. Always carried the American flag and not 2x4. But he had surgery, though. And I forget what he had surgery on. He's doing alright now. He's fine. Guys, guess what? Speaking of wrestling, wrestling's come to Chillicothe, Ohio, coming in March, and there's going to be Big Papa Pump. There's going to be Kurt Angle. There's going to be, oh, what's his name? Him and, he had a so-called brother, Stevie Ray. He was part of the Harlem Heat in WCW. What's his name? He always goes by 5-time world heavyweight champion. What's his name? He's going to be there. I'm going. To do all that, it's going to cost about 60. Booker T, that's it. Booker T's going to be there. There's a whole mess of them. It's going to be there. For everything, it's going to be like $65. I am going to go for it all the way. Because always been my dream to meet some of these guys, and guess what? I'm going to do it. The only ones I've met in person was Chief Wahoo McDaniels. If you guys remember Chief Wahoo McDaniels, I've seen him in person. And matter of fact, me and him are about the same height. And I spent probably about 25 years ago. About 25 years since I've seen him. There's several wrestlers are here from Ohio. The Miz, he's here from Ohio. That's what I can think off the top of my head. But there's several wrestlers from Ohio are professional wrestlers. If you guys remember Shane Douglas, he's here from Ohio. Matter of fact, he's from Chillicothe, Ohio. About 20 miles away, about 25, 26 miles away from me. He's from Chillicothe, Ohio. There's a lot of these guys I've already met. Like Chief Wahoo McDaniels, Shane Douglas, the Fantastics. A lot of them wrestlers that used to be in the NWA, I met them. Tony, you'd be surprised. You'll be surprised how many, a lot of them come in here from the state of Ohio. And The Miz, I think he came out from up close run from Columbus, which is probably about an hour drive from me. A lot of these guys, these older guys, my niece, I think it was back in 2005, she got to keep the chair. And it's got Dean Ambrose on it. But, the only reason why she got to keep the chair because it cost her a piece, cost $500 a piece to get up close. She got to keep the chair. Now, she's selling the chair. It was a Money in the Bank chair. If I had the $100, I'll buy it off of her today. Hardy Race. That was one of the. He was tough. Bob Backlund, he was the longest he was the longest men's reigning champion, and the Fabulous Moolah was the longest women's champion for the. If you guys remember, it used to be the WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation. That was with, oh yes, Captain Lou Albano. He always had those rubber bands and his beard and stuff. I remember him. The Grand Wizard. You guys remember the Grand Wizard? As the manager, he used to manage like Big John Studd and all them guys. He used to manage Superstar Billy Graham. And did you know, now I just found this out here about last year, did you know that Superstar Billy Graham has hepatitis C? Thanks to one person, Abdul the Butcher. Abdul the Butcher has hepatitis C and he gave 4 or 5 wrestlers. You know the original Doink the Clown is gone? He died. The original Doink the Clown. Rubber in the Stash. Yes, sir, RD. Oh, I can remember him. And he used to wrestle too. And, what was that? Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji used to manage the Oriental Express. Mr. Fuji. Always carried that cane around with him. And he used it too. He didn't hesitate. Mr. Fuji. And there's another too. There's another one too. I can see his face, and it's on the tip of my tongue too. Yes, you're right, Chef Bone. There's another one too that he played in. There's another one too he played in, you know, and was it him, or was there another one played in another movie? I know Hulk Hogan did that one TV show for a while. Him and Randy Savage didn't like him too well in real life. And because I watched the interview with Randy Savage, he actually said that the only reason why he got with Thunder, and yeah, that's it, Thunder in Paradise. He said the only reason why he got, basically in the roundabout way why he was saying was, the only reason why that he got along with Hogan is because of the TV. Because of wrestling. The Ultimate Warrior didn't like Hulk Hogan either. You know, Jerry Lawler's still kicking. You know he's still wrestling, right? Him and the Honky Tonk Man. Have you guys seen the recent picture of the Honky Tonk Man? He just turned, he just had his birthday, by the way. If you would see the current picture of the Honky Tonk Man right now, you guys will never even recognize who he is. If they did do the side by side picture of him. Honest truth, he's got a full grown beard, his full length hair, white. I say it's like an off white. Off-White. I mean, you wouldn't recognize him today. You know Ted DiBiase got in a whole heap of trouble, him and his boy did. because they was doing they got a church and they was doing a profit thing, and it basically was a scheme. It was a scam. They got rocked for that. God's honest truth, I don't know if he's still. I'm gonna take my bright level, guys. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put you guys on charge. You guys are going with me for a second. You guys are gonna follow me for a minute. I hope you guys still see me. Now we're behind the bar. Excuse me. Okay, guys, stay with me. I'm trying to figure out something here real quick. Just bear with me, y'all. Mean Gene Okerlund. You remember the Howard Finkel, the ring announcer? Oh, cool, Zippo. I'm just trying to find me a longer charger, guys. Okay, guys, hang on. I'm going to go get something real quick. I'll be right back. Just hang in there with me. I'll be right back. Now we good. Oh, good, Zippo. 4 years old, I tell you what, there's some of that tobacco's real good. We can have a pretty good old night life if you feel like it. Tony, y'all still in the house? I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, guys. Be right back. I'm back. Tony, you still in the house, brother? RD, the Zippo and RDS. Um, well, it's on my brain, guys. I made a new logo. So what I'm going to do on my next live, I'll put the picture up here somewhere. Up in this corner, in here somewhere. And I want you to let me know what you think of it. If that's okay with you guys. Okay, since I kind of moved my phone, guys, is anybody still here? Yeah, my hair's gonna look a little weird, but I gotta take that off, man. I'm starting getting kind of warm. RD, Zippo, is anybody still here? I need to kind of know a little bit. So I don't know, because I'm not seeing any more comments. The only comment I've seen is RD's. It says check the steak. Okay, we good. Alrighty, Zippo. I'll catch you on the next. That's like here. If I move my phone, I'll get. It'll tell me up here. It says transmission signal's weak. If I have to move my phone like that way, because this building, if you move a certain way, I'll lose y'all. You know, in my stream, I don't. So if I happen to lose the stream, then I'll, you know, it's not me cutting anybody off. Sometimes I'll lose signal because this building's bad. All right, Zippo, you be safe, be well, brother. RD, are you still in the house? Tony 513, you still in the house? Because I understand that's it, Bo. Alrighty, brother. Be safe, be well. Be safe on the roads, man. I know what you're going through, brother. RD done crawled for murder from beneath the rock. He actually spoke. He spoke. Just kidding, RD. I got a heater beside of me right here. Feels kind of good right now. I got this one. After I drink this one right here, it's a full can. Then I'm going to call it night myself. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. See, 2, 4, 6, 8. That'll be total 10 beers tonight, y'all. Then some. Call it night. But no, the auctioneer I work for here, he does his lives on Facebook. It's a live auction. What he does, he's got numbers. He might say, well, I'm going to give you 3 rolls. I want to give you 3 rolls for $1. 3 rolls for $1, and he might take a number and pull it up and say number 48. Number 48 for 3. You're going to get 3 rolls of electric tape for $1, 48, and then the party on that seeing it, they have to come and claim 48 all. And he may give you 1. There may be 1, 2. Or he may say, I'll give you 2 deals for $250. You know what I'm saying? RD's a huckleberry. RD, man, I appreciate you because you've been in my life ever since I first started, man. And I really do appreciate you, brother. I really do, man. You stuck through me through thick and thin, you and Tony, Cyrus. You guys been in my life since day one, man. Put up with my BS, my craziness. I appreciate this, man. I really do. Wait a minute, my eyes are no, my eyes ain't going cross-eyed, and I'm not seeing doubles. I got trouble with my left eye because I'm half blind in my left eye. Sweet muffin's awkward. No, there's a lot of people don't know I got problems with my left eye. It's considered called as a lazy eye. And a lazy eye, if you don't know what a lazy eye is, a lot of people don't know. You can see perfect vision out of it. And it puts a lot of strain on my right eye. Perfect vision, 20/20. But what my left eye does, it puts a lot of strain on my right eye. And I have trouble focusing on certain things. So it takes me a minute since I comments. I mean, I'm far away. You know what I'm saying, brother? So sometimes I have to lean up to see what you're saying. It's like out of my right eye, I can see King Cobra. I actually just reading King Cobra Premium Malt Liquor Smooth Taste. Now, if I cover up my right eye, of course, it's in big letters too. But you take something like Okay, like that. It says Zippo. Now, if I cover my right eye up, my left eye up, I can see that perfect. Says Zippo, made in the USA. Now, if I cover my right eye up, I can't even see. I could barely see it because the lettering's so small. Yeah, he did. Because he had internet troubles. Where it's so cold. It's just like me. Here's RD. If I'll take my phone and move it that way and towards the back, there's a thing will come up like right there. It'll tell me. It'll tell me that transmission. In other words, tell me my single's weak. Now, as long as I'm sitting right here, or I go towards the front and outside, I'm good. I'm good. But like I said, we're going to drink this one and I'm going to call it night, guys. Like my daddy always say, RD, waste not, want not. My dad used to drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. I'm trying to remember. Okay, RD. Well, it's just if he did, it's just me and you. Well, I'll drink this one with you real quick, and we'll call it a night, brother. My dad used to drink because I was little then. He quit drinking in 1989. But I can remember at the age of 5, man, if I can remember. And he used to tell me what he used to drink. He used to tell me he drank Pabst Blue Ribbon. And there's another he used to drink. And I can't remember. My dad was an alcoholic. But did he bother anybody? No. Did he hurt anybody? No. He always sat there and laughed and have a good time and laugh. Now the only time my dad ever got my dad drank, like I said, he never bothered anybody, never hurt anybody. The only time my dad ever got mad at anybody is if you was, started on him. Alrighty, RD, we'll get into it, brother. RD, this is you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in my life from the jump. I would love to come down there just one time. Honestly, I'd like to come down there just one time and just drink with you. And have a pipe or whatever. Cigar, whatever. I already cracked it. Done cracked it, brother. But like I was saying, RD, I'll just have to come down there. Me and you. Drink some Evan Williams. Drink some couple tall boys. 3 or 4 of them. Smoke a cigar. I would. Out in public, don't care. So all up here. What you hang around with him for? Or we hang... What's your problem? Get away from me. Go on. Because the first thing come out of my mouth would be this, RD. Are you prejudiced? That's what I tell them. Are you prejudiced? Got a problem with it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Got a problem with it? Go on. I'm going to, RD. I'll drink it like I stole it. I'll drink it like I stole it. Shh. Don't tell nobody. RD, that's our secret. Shh. Hush. And yes, sir, I'll sit right down there with you, beside of you. I don't care. Because just like I said in my family, we don't. That's right, RD. You got that right. Just like I tell you what, this guy, RD, I'll give you an example. My dad was good friends with this guy. He was African American. I mean, he was blacker than this. You know what I'm saying? My dad didn't care. I laughed about that one day. I was young, and I was probably about, I don't know, 12, 13 years old. We were sitting out on the front porch one day. My dad had health issues. He had emphysema chronic bronchitis, bless his heart. My dad. You would love my dad, man. You and my dad would get along like this. You two would. Lord forbid. But anyways, he says, Jeff. I said, yeah, Dad. He said, gosh, he said, I know that guy over there on that old stand over there. Yeah, that's like me, RD. That's wrong with this side right here. A lot of people don't know because to me, I'm self conscious real bad, RD. I'm really bad self conscious. I got that self conscious deal real bad. And so I don't let too many people know about it. But you guys know about it because I trust you guys. I looked at my dad and I said, "You said what?" He said, "You see that guy over there?" I looked across there. Yeah. I said, "What about him, Dad?" He said, "I know him." I said, "Nuh-uh." He says, "Yeah, Dees, watch this." He says, "Burl. Hey, Burl." He says, "Burley." Burl McCoy turns around. He turns around and he knew who that voice was. He comes over and he says, "Oh, Hank." That's my dad's nickname. My dad's real name's Connors. He's "Oh, Hank." Remind you, he's about this car. I busted out laughing. I couldn't help it. He said, "What you doing, Hank?" I'm thinking, oh, here we go. The only African American in the neighborhood, and he come up talking about that. He says, "Burl, I ain't doing nothing, man." He says, "What's up?" He says, "What you doing?" "Oh, I ain't doing nothing. I'm over here telling these guys what to do paint." Because he was a, yes, sir, RD. That's the main thing. It's worth my lives, man, because you never know what's going to happen. Burl says, tells my dad, says, "Oh, my dad says, what you doing, Burl?" Burl McCoy, he had a business where he goes around, does houses and business stuff and everything professionally, like professional painting and stuff and everything. And he'll hire, but when he hires you, there's three things you couldn't do on the job site. You couldn't cuss. RD. You know who that is? RD. Get him, RD. You hear that is, RD? Hey, Spirit Kitten. Do you know, do I know you? You're welcome in. You're welcome in, but here's my rules. Okay, I always say out to do rules, and RD knows my rules. Okay, here's the thing. Here's my rules. And RD, if you notice there's a wrench beside RD's name, he's one of my moderators. Okay, here's my rules. Okay? Be respectful. No disrespect. Okay? No drama. Be respectful of my chat. Be respectful to my fellow people in my chat. If you start being disrespectful, one of my moderators will remove you from the chat in a heartbeat, no hesitations. If you be respectful, you're welcome in. If you be respectful to others in my chat, you are allowed to stay in. But if you start being disrespectful, and if one of my moderators will tell you that you're not welcome or anything, then if they remove you, they remove you. Now, I ain't gonna say a word to them. They know my process. They know me. Thank you, RD. I appreciate you, brother. That's why I made you a moderator, brother. That's my rules. If they remove you, they remove you. There's nothing I can do about it. If they don't know you, and if they say you ain't welcome, there's nothing I can do about it. RD. Oh God, RD. Hey, RD. Can I, all due respect, RD, can I ask you a question, brother? And I don't mean this in disrespect. You know me by now. Can I ask you a question? Since you said that, I've been wanting to ask you this question for a long time. Can I ask you what, I don't know how to put it. Because I'm trying to put it in the way not to be disrespectful or sound like I'm rude. You know what I mean? Because I always have trouble putting words together to not offend anybody. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting on the response. Because I always have trouble putting words together to where I don't want to offend anybody. Because if I did, that's going to make me feel bad. Really make me feel bad, dude. Really. Because you said something right there, and I'm going to ask you. Because you said something earlier in the chat that said you was brown. You said you was brown. Can you elaborate on that where I can understand what you meant by that? Because I have a little bit of a comprehension problem here. I'm being serious. I do have a little bit of a comprehension problem. Can you elaborate on that for me, please? Because I don't want to come out and say something to offend you or anything. Are you, let me put it to you this way. Are you an African American, um, Hispanic, white, like they would on an application? Are you, because on the application they'll ask you if you're African American, white, Hispanic, or anything like that. Because I don't want to say something to offend anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like that. Because if I offend anybody, I want them to come on straight and tell me, straight up. So I'm a man of my word. I will apologize. Blacker than a crown on your crown. I, I ain't gonna comment on that one, RD. That there, that's gonna run through my head rest of I go night now, RD. It's gonna be your fault. Seriously. Because I got a lot of people from all different races, man. I do. I really do, man. And I'm not ashamed to hang on with them either. Because I tell you what, I'll tell you the reason why I say that. I got African American friends. Thank you, RD. I don't know who that was either. That's why I was asking you. I was thinking, who is that, RD? Because that's the first time I ever seen that name. But RD, can I ask you what nationality you are? Because I don't see a picture of you. You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing I see is your R is purple, by the way. Purple. But, because I know you're Reuben, but that's what I'm trying to rattle my brain on it, man. Because I have a little bit, like I said, I have a comprehension problem here. And I do. I ain't gonna lie about it. But, like I said, man, I got everybody from all different, and a lot of people ask me, man, they've always asked me, who you friends with? I said, I'm friends to all different people, all from all different races, sizes, sexes, shapes, whatever. Because, like I've always said, everybody bleeds red. I don't care if you're white, black, purple dot, purple, pink, yellow, red, yellow. I'm gonna be a friend. I'll hang out with you. I don't care what people think. I don't care. I don't care if the rest of my friends. I don't care if my friends over here gets mad at me because I'm hanging out with a different. So what? So what? If you don't like it, then you're not a friend. You're not a friend. You're not a brother. You're not a sister. I'm the first one in my family. The God's honest truth our day. I'm the first one in my family to break the racial barrier. The racial barrier. Oh, RD says you remove yourself. How can you remove yourself, RD? That's a good question there. But no, RD, I'm the first one in my family to break the racial barrier. Because I married an African American woman. She was black. Yeah, I'll say it. She's black. I was married to her for about 8 years. And then my brother, he used to hate it. Until I married my ex-wife. Then when he married his wife now, that he's with now, when he married her, her kids were biracial. And I broke the barrier with him on that. Because I actually met her son, and his wife, which they was mixed. And when I met her, she told me, beautiful lady. She was mixed, she's beautiful, beautiful. And she says, his talk about her husband's mom, which she's married to my brother. He doesn't. I said, well, you know what? This is what I told her. You're a friend of mine, RD. You're a friend of mine, brother. I don't care. I'll hang out with you. I don't care. So what? Let people talk. I'll tell them. Don't care. This is what I told her RD. And I could tell in her voice that she was starting to crack. Kind of crack because I knew she started breaking into tears, man. And I told her to stop right there. I said, and my wife's standing right beside me, blacker than black, man. Browner than brown, man. I said, look. I said, we was raised not to be like that. Us kids wasn't raised to be like that. I said, let me introduce you to somebody. I said, you see this lady standing here beside of me? That's my wife. That's my wife. She's black. I looked at her and I put my friend. I said, I'm going to tell you something. Don't you ever feel like that. Your blood, your family, I consider you family. And let me tell you something. And I give her my number and everything. And I give her my address, ma'am. You're welcome in my home. Any given time. Any given time. Don't worry about what my brother tells you. Me and him's like night and day. Don't you ever feel don't you let him get you like that. And I looked at him and I looked at him. I said, yeah, I know your mom's married to my brother. I consider you my nephew. And I looked at her. And you know what I told her, RD? I just said, well, since you're married to my nephew, You're my niece. You're my niece. You're family. I love you. I love you for who you are. It ain't because of the color of your skin. It's because of who you are. It comes from within. We all bleed. We all bleed right. I said, I'll have a word with him. I'll get through his thick skull. Because what she told me RD, it made me madder than a hornet. Pissed me just straight off when what she was telling me about him. Because she was using racial words and everything else against her. Oh yeah, I was mad. When I got home, the more I thought about it, the more I was getting. And my wife sitting there telling me, Jeff, don't do nothing stupid. I said, no, it's got to be said. It's got to be done. Us kids was not raised like this. Us kids knew better. Us kids knew not to be racial. Our day. I can say a few things, but I gotta watch what I say all day. I gotta watch what I say on my live. But yeah, I know where you're coming from. Well, a couple days later, I went over and I told my dad about it. My dad was still there, and I told dad about it, what was going on. I said, you know Cheryl, don't you? He says, Cheryl. I says, yeah. The one that there's murdered to. He says, yeah. Well, you know that she had some kids that are of mixed race, right? Yeah. What about it? I said, well, I just got done talking to her boy's wife earlier, here a couple days ago, and I told him what happened. He said, oh, really? I'm telling my dad this. She says, really? I said, Dad, I'm about ready to go off on him. He shouldn't treat those kids like that. He shouldn't treat her like that. That's wrong. He didn't raise us kids to be like that. He said, I know. That's all was said. Well, one day, Daryl and Cheryl happened to come over to the house. Daryl, that's his name, he's my brother. Well, he was sitting there in the kitchen, drinking the beer, and I happened to walk in there. He says, hey, Bub, he says, you want a beer? I said, yeah, I'll take one. I said, I'll take one. Sitting there drinking, and he says, grab us another one. I said, all right. I said, hey, I said, by the way, I said, I need to talk to you. He said, all right, it's about what? I said, well, I talked to Cheryl's boy and his wife there the other night. I seen him over by the ballpark. Yeah. I said, you got a problem with the mixed race, don't you? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, I said, she told me how you was treating them and how you feel about it, about everything. And I said, Daryl, you know frickin' better not to do that crap. You know better not to be going out here doing that nonsense. You know better. We was raised to doesn't make a difference what color you are, what race you are, what frickin' ever. If two people loves one another, so what? That's their life. What gives you the right to sit there and judge them for who they are? Why do you judge them because it's color of their skin or because of the way they are? Are you God? Are you Jesus? Are you God? No. Then why are you doing what you're doing? You need to quit it. Stop it. He says, well, you're married to one. And I said, yeah. And I said, you better get busted in the mouth for it. Well, what does Dad think about it? I said, well, you leave Dad out of it. Leave him out of it because he just had nothing to do with this. You brought me up in now you brought my name up in this. Dad does have a problem with it. And I said, Dad already knows what's going on. And I said, if I were you, I would not say not a doggone thing to him about it. Unless he brings it up. And you know how Dad gets when he gets mad. Well, okay. I said, think about it. Think about it before you say anything. Think about it before you think about hurting somebody's feelings. Think about it. Because I was the first person to do it in my family. And you know now today, RD, he loves him like his own guy. He loves him. He loves those kids like his own. Because he took to heart what I told him. Took to heart. Because I don't put up with it. Just like I said, I got a friend of mine. Her name's Danielle. She's an African American. She always comes up to me in public, gives me a hug. Give me the biggest hug she can give me. Now I'll give her a hug back. Not ashamed of it. Not ashamed. Because for the simple fact is because she knows deep down, RD, that if somebody says something smart, she knows I'll say something real fast, real quick. Because she knows every time she sees me, she knows I need a hug. Because she knows I've been through so much. And she knows I've been through a lot. And every time, because it doesn't make a difference who you are. If somebody needs a hug or somebody needs somebody to talk to, and they understand you and they know what you've been through, you know, they need it. That's why I always have my lives this time of night too, RD. It's because there may be people that are out there in the YTPC, maybe somebody need to talk to or whatever. I'm always around. Always around. I love to joke around. I love to joke. I love to have fun, joke around, have a good time. You know, somebody can come in here and have a bad day and we'd be joking around, get them laughing. It's like you. I could be sitting here having a bad day. You come on here to say something like you did, you know, darker than a crown in a crown box, you know. That makes my day. That makes my day. That there makes me laugh. Because I could be sitting here and having a bad day, nobody knows. You know what I mean? I can sit here and boo-hoo, ball hole, squall, and all that. powwow, and nobody gonna be, and, people jump up. Well, I'm not gonna sit there listening to them bone, squall, crying, moan, and complain. Because the way I look at it, what's been done behind closed doors stays behind closed doors. I don't bring it too much onto my life too much. Unless it's already out in the open. You know what I mean? Now, if it's already out in the open, then yeah, I'll talk about it. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get that bad boy down as quick as I can, brother. But I don't want to drink a tea flash where I'm sitting here peeking my guts up. I enjoy everybody in my lives, man. I think I think between you and, I have to go back and look. But I'm pretty sure between you and Sarah Shaw and a few others are the longest guys ever been on my lives when I first started them. And I totally forget how I forget how you found my life. Totally, because I have so much running through my head, and I'm doing so much around here. You know what I mean? Oh my! I got arthritis, and I got arthritis disc disease real bad in my back, and sometimes it affects my legs. It'll affect my right leg more than my left leg, and if I move my right leg, it's trying. Oh, does it ever hurt? Does it ever hurt? Hey, RD, keep heads up. I just happened to look up. We got another one on, but I don't know who it is. I see two on. I know it's you and somebody else. So we'll see. Keep heads up. Because the camera's far back and I can't see. I can't reach it unless I stand up and lean, then I can reach it. It may look like I'm close, but I really ain't close. Because you can see how far I am from the camera. But right at the moment, I am chewing Longhorn. I've chewed this for RD. I probably chewed that for the past 15 years. Between Longhorn and Wintergreen, Longhorn long cuts, they're both long cut. Between Wintergreen and Straight, chewed that for the past 15 years. Still doing it. Crazy. Whoever it was, they went off. I think they got scared of the name RD. Sweet Muffins and Mafia. Because once I get off my live tonight, I don't got nobody to talk to. I'm here by myself. And one way is a good way. And one way is a good way, and on the other hand, it's a bad way. What I mean by that, on the good way, it's peace, quiet. Listen, RD, listen. Alrighty, RD. Peace out. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging out with me, RD. I appreciate you, brother. RD's going to have to move from a 6-pack to a 12-pack. And from a 6-pack to a 12-pack, plus 2 bottles of Evan Williams, and probably about 4 pipes and some tobacco next time, maybe. Just mess with you, RD. You have a good night, brother. Appreciate you stopping in, man. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit longer just in case somebody else comes on. I don't know if James then I don't know if James will come on or somebody else might pop in. I got my phone on charge anyway, so it ain't You be safe, be well, brother. I should be on tomorrow night. If anybody shows up tomorrow around here, I should start that, but boy, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm just gonna hang out, see who shows up. Yeah, that's what I'm. Oh, thanks, RD. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. I see T1. I really appreciate you, RD. I really do. You got my words, and I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you in my life. They do, they're out. I don't care if they're part of the commission or not. There's ones about ready to get decommissioned. Oh, cool, RD. Okay, okay, I got you, Bubba. I do apologize. I get you bathroom. Got a day off, huh? Everybody deserves a day off. I know what it's like to have a work life. Work life, no life. I'm about ready to smoke this one here. I got some honey. I'll mix up some Hunter Bookshop and some Hearth and Home and a little bit of original harvest weed together. Ain't bad because the Hearth side's got. Alright, I'll wait till you get back. I'll tell you what's in this. There's two people on. I wonder who the other person is. Alrighty. I got The other day I mixed up some Haunted Bookshop with some Hearthside and the Red Hobbit's Way. It's got some, it's like a cherry. The Hobbit's Way is cherry. Well, Hearthside's got dark chocolate and vanilla to it. So there's cherry chocolate. So there's cherry, dark chocolate, vanilla with some Haunted Bookshop. Be all honest with you, RD. Ain't bad. Where's Jeff? Right here. Somewhere, RD. I'll be right back. This pipe, this is more like a junk pipe, are they? I don't know if I showed earlier, but anyways. I was, I was leery at first when I got it. Cause I always inspect the pipe before I buy, but I didn't. So when I got this pipe, I was like, the bolt cutting ain't looking right. This ain't looking right. But the drilling look like it ain't right. It's clear down here at the bottom down here. But it's proved me wrong. And this is my round hair pipe, experimental pipe before I put it in the briar. See if it's going to ghost it or not, or it's going to give a ghost or whatever into it. Well, I like it. Just getting it broke in is the thing. I sure brought my bag over with me. But I didn't. I'll get it tomorrow. Yep, exactly. And then sometimes too, RD, I got lurkers too, so a lot of people will lurk. Cyrus that always comes on here, he was a lurker for a long time before he started making comments. That's where I got the vintage Syrian and the vintage Syrian is 2014. And I got some Mississippi River Special Reserve 2018. That's where that came from. Came from Cyrus. And he was one of my longtime workers. And so I got a problem with somebody lurking, man. I really don't. But like I said, I got my carrying bag that I carry around with me. You've seen it before. It's got my tobacco stuff in it, and I sure brought it with me tonight because I wasn't planning on staying over here tonight, but well, anyway, I was, but I was planning on going to get my stuff, but alrighty, RD. You be careful, be safe, brother. I'll catch you on my next one.